and welcome back to another episode of Maybe It's Me. Today we have a special guest, Eddy. I've known Eddy for a really, really long time, from my hosting days, from my promoting days, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And he used to do security at like Element, which is everywhere. Like I was gonna get the name and place, but we would have just been sitting here for a minute. So a little bit of everywhere. And today's topic is pretty much to be aware is to be alive. We just talking about like just paying attention to your surroundings and like protecting yourself pretty much.
Okay.
So first thing first, working in Milwaukee, number one is security. I was like, I know you got some crazy ass stories.
Oh yeah, I got a thousand.
Lay like the top thing, like the top story that stick on your mind. Like this is some crazy shit. Something that like made you realize like the importance of like, yeah, you got to pay attention to your surroundings because you never know.
You know what? So everywhere we go, we see panhandlers, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Especially downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Even like, man, not even downtown. They be shit around this there everywhere.
And they look harmless, you know.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Right. When they talking to each, I done seen a few like box in the air, and I'm like, okay, look, that it ain't me. So
maybe that's just a little free time. You trying to get some exercise in or something. But this was 2018.
Okay.
Two panhandlers. They was hanging around this little establishment, and they was asking for money,
right?
Asking for food,
Yeah.
And I happened to be in my car on the phone, minding my business. But me, everywhere I go, I'm doing this.
You got to. You got to stay on hover. Like you have to. Like.
And these two dudes seen a lady come out with her bags, ripped her bags off her arm, her purse, knocked her down.
What?
Yeah, took her stuff.
Like, so in that situation, what do you do? Like, did you just mind your business? Like,
well, first thing I did was grab my gun and got out of the car. But
he was like, "Look, they ain't taking my shit."
I had to kind of snap back in because I had my kids in the car.
Oh yeah, nah.
It was foul, but
at the end of the day, you also got your kids and stuff.
I had to snap back in the dad mode.
Man, that come first. Look, sorry, sis, but that right. I mean,
I wanted
to
help her bad, but it didn't work out that way.
So they was just panhandling, basically like waiting for somebody that looked like.
And she was much older too. That's what made it like rough.
Shit.
She was somebody's grandma.
But you know what though? Like I've been hearing a lot of that, like people robbing. Like honestly, like people be mad at me when I say like, ladies, nobody is coming to protect us. Ain't nobody coming to save us. Like y'all got to get on. Like them type of motherfuckers. Like they look for like women that are small, women that are cute and ditzy. Mm-hmm. Like they're looking for older women. They looking for the ones that ain't paying attention. That's what they looking for. It's not like, oh, we just gonna protect y'all and I ain't gonna rob you. No, we want your money too. It's easier. Like.
I always tell my wife, a robber is not going to tell you, hey, go ahead and take your gun out and cock it.
Exactly.
And then I'll rob you.
Be ready.
You got to be ready.
You have to.
Like you just said, they look for those things.
Yeah.
Women in particular, they just look, hey, a woman is weaker.
Exactly.
We can get her.
I feel like a lot of people stuck in that mindset. Like I said, like I was watching before I was saying I watched this TikTok and like they were like basically saying like a list of things like people look for when abducting a woman, like rape, all that type of stuff. Like what they look for, they looking for somebody looking down in their phone. Yep. They looking for somebody that's headphones on, walking around. Like they looking for somebody that's not paying attention to their surroundings. They also look for certain hairstyles. If your hair long and just flowing to the back, like, bitch, look, like, oh shit,
it's a wrap,
right? It's over. So they're looking for like simple stuff like that. Like you could literally not be a target. Like if you paying attention and you on guard, your hands not full, you ain't all disheveled, like that might be like, I'm not saying like it's just as easy as that, because if somebody gonna do something, they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it.
But like there's simple things that can kind of help you out. You know what I'm saying? That's facts.
And I always stress, if you are a law-abiding citizen, it means that you are not a felon. You need to own a gun.
Period. That point blank. And that rolls into my next question. What's some things you do to like protect yourself and keep yourself out of them situations?
So I have a routine.
Okay.
On my way home.
Look, don't give too well. Obviously, you're smart. You ain't gonna give too much to where motherfucker like, exactly what do you do? Right. And what's your like? You know that, but
so a good thing to do is make sure you're watching your surroundings on your way home.
Yes.
Anytime you're entering or leaving your vehicle, gun out.
Period.
You want to make sure that you know where your keys are.
Yes.
What doors need to be unlocked. Where your security lights are, where there's any light for that matter. You also, this is very, very important. Okay, very, very
I'm
important.
look. You here? I'm plugged in. I'm looking at you. Yeah. Okay. Look.
Your gun should be cocked and ready.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's mace, mace needs to be off the
Whatever
safety
you
and
got,
ready. Whatever you have, because I think they just
you need to be
outlawed tasers or
ready.
something, which is
What?
ridiculous. Yeah, that's
I
ridiculous.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
See,
So,
listen. I have a taser, but it don't come with me.
right.
I don't need it. I got a gun. So I ain't
Well,
reaching for my taser. So
and it's important. You know,
yeah.
it's so important those small things like that because people watch. And
Yeah.
I don't want to just say men because women, you know,
Women do
they could be
crazy
a
shit
part of the
too.
abduction too. You know,
But
so
and that's like likely on a lot of cases too. Like now people think people look over that, like they'll use like a woman, like, oh,
mhm.
my baby need help, or oh, she looks nice, or
Yeah,
like to kind of lower your guard. But like you need to be on guard with anybody
yeah.
because you never know. Like
It only takes seconds, not minutes. It's not going to be a movie scene where you know you're kicking
exactly.
and screaming and hollering and nobody's what.
You
No,
don't
it
got a
takes
lot of time to figure some shit out.
10 seconds.
And even like when I took my like CCW class, like I know
Mhm.
he was just saying like they have the element of surprise
Oh yeah,
because they know what they
yeah.
know what they came to do.
Exactly.
You don't. Like you're
They
not
have
on
this
guard.
planned already.
You ain't plan on like having to fight for your life today. You ain't plan on
Exactly.
getting robbed today. Like they have that element of surprise. Like you gonna be surprised and disheveled. Well, all they knew what they was gonna do. They was ready. And a lot of times, like with these dudes that's like hood dudes and stuff, and they set up and all this and that,
Hmm.
they don't even be doing shit on the fly. Like they be studying you. People are
Yeah,
studying you. People are
just
like
watching.
people are watching, and you never know who's watching you. You never know who's studying you. You don't know who like is out to get you. You don't know who really looks at you as somebody like that'd be a lick.
Yeah,
Like people don't know. Like, and it's very safe to just assume everybody thinks that. Look,
yeah.
like
It is.
it
It is.
is.
Like dead serious. It is because you know, like my wife would tell me, like, man, like being around you, I've learned a lot.
Yes,
Like you pay attention to everything. I'm like, I have to.
you
You know
have
what I mean?
to.
We could be in the
Man,
middle of a restaurant eating. I'm like, you
who
know,
coming in? Hold on now.
my back needs to be towards the, you know, the wall, not the door.
Yes,
You know what I mean? I
dude.
need to be able to see what's going on. So
And one thing I will say is I'm a single person, obviously, or whatever. And like earlier, like in life, when I was like a teenager, I dated somebody that was up to no good all the time. You
Mhm.
know, full disclosure, like I dated somebody that was into shit all the time, and I
Right.
did, like you said, like I learned a lot because like I'm not paranoid, but like I'm kind of paranoid to a good extent.
See, we call that on point. We don't call it paranoid. We call that being on point.
I think I'm on point. Like you know what I'm saying? Because like I learned like my back is never to a wall,
Right.
especially if I'm in a setting where I'm not very I'm not used to being in this environment.
Exactly.
Like I need to know what the fuck is going on.
Escape room,
I'm very
all that.
aware of me being like 5'2" and 100 like pounds wet. I'm very
Yeah.
fucking aware, and I'm aware like because I hear it all the time. Like, oh, especially from my Instagram and shit, you look like you be stupid or ditzy. Like people
Yeah.
say shit like that, and it's
Right.
okay. That's fine. It's okay. But I need to be on point because that's what people are looking for. Somebody where they think like it's sweet, and it's not. Like
It's not.
it's and then like you said, like I have a routine. Like
Yeah.
when I am coming home, like I'm aware like I have a decent following, and I'm aware, like I said, people think it's sweet, or people
Mhm.
think like I don't know what the fuck they think. It's thousands
Yeah.
of followers. It's thousands. Look, I could be on the next episode of You with Joe and shit.
Right.
Like I don't know. So when I get close
Exactly.
to home, I'm circling the block.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a car behind me. I don't give a fuck where they going or how long they've been following me. If there's a car behind me, I'm not turning into where
Yeah.
I'm finna park. I'm gonna hit the block a few
Definitely
times
don't.
and see where y'all going. That's just what you got to do. Like you said, have your gun ready, have your keys ready.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Before I get out the car, I'm checking areas that look like ducked off, that somebody could be chilling or hiding. Like I need to know who outside before I come outside. Like that's just how it needs to be. And then no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No,
Look, I went on a rant.
no,
Okay,
no, because they need to hear this.
for
You know,
real,
this
like
needs to be
it's
heard.
real
It
shit.
needs to be heard.
Like even like in Milwaukee, like, and you could probably speak to this.
Most definitely.
First of all, Wisconsin, I'm gonna say I'm gonna broaden it a little bit. Not even like super outskirts, like 2 hours away. I'm talking like Wauwatosa, Mequon, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
A lot of these people think they low, and like this is just for me being, like I said, like paranoid or whatever the fuck I am. Look, I don't like to, I'm on point. When people post in a house, my nigga, not even house, apartment. Okay,
Yeah.
I know what the modern looks like in the inside. I know what every single loft looks like downtown. So when you post that picture in your loft,
Right.
no matter what you done threw on the wall, you ain't painted it differently. I know what loft you are at. So
we know where a lot of people
somebody,
stay, and we shouldn't know where y'all stay.
If I was somebody that was like, I don't like this motherfucker, I'm waiting on him, or like I'm finna set this motherfucker up, I ain't never had to be told your address. You know what's even funnier? I'm gonna say this. I mentioned this a lot because these kids was funny. I went into juvie for a while, like, and I was talking to them about COVID, but obviously, like I said, like a lot of them kids ain't want that damn vaccine, and we just ended up chopping it up with the kids.
Right.
I'm cool as hell. We be just talking, and like one of the kids said something which was like smart, but it was like this is a fact. He like, it's Milwaukee. A lot of people talk to the same bitches. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. A lot
My
of
single
females,
days, I can remember those.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of females have male friends. You don't know who's talking to who's fucking who's friends with who. And he was like, it be times where motherfuckers calling bitches a setup bitch, but really she just like, oh, I'm with my friends such and such at such place, and they're like, oh, okay.
You gave location.
You done gave location, and the nigga that I don't like that you don't even know I don't like.
Exactly.
I was like, well,
because Milwaukee is very small. We all know this.
So small. Everybody know a little bit of everybody, no matter how, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't ever like, just because like, look, I'm a protector, y'all. Like, and I think of all these things. Like I said, I be on point.
For sure.
I don't really ever give, like, especially if I have male friends that might be into something, might have ops. I don't know. No, nobody needs to know exactly where you are. Nobody needs to know exactly your friend's name. And that's going to say, even on Instagram, I never post where I am when I'm there. I don't. I save most of my story. I'll save it, and then I post right when I'm leaving.
For sure.
And the motherfucker, oh, you at such and such place? No, I'm not.
I'm not never going live nowhere. I'm sorry,
y'all.
You'll get a video after the fact.
Period.
Yeah, not...
Like, that's why I rarely go live. And then, like, when I do, like, it's normally in places where I know, like, if you try me here, like,
you
good luck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people would never know. Like, people would think I'm just chilling. Oh, she's always by herself, blah, blah, blah. Like, I be knowing security. I know the owners. I know the DJs. Half the niggas in here like fucks with me. Half the bitches here whop your ass over me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, okay. Like, so it's, yeah. But are there any other things you wanted to add that you do?
Well, you did say spin the block.
I definitely spin the block.
You definitely got to spin that block now. And
but
that car,
man.
I mean, it's so important because a lot of us take this as just like, you know what? Yeah, y'all right. And I'll get around to it. No,
do it now.
It needs to be done because it's so important. Your life is important to you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and when a person wants something that you got,
they gonna come get it.
They'll come get it. And if they got to take your life to get it, they'll do it. So.
And it's like, I feel like being in Milwaukee and from Milwaukee and born and raised on the north side, like, I've seen so much of that, and I'm sick of seeing motherfuckers die. Like, almost every bitch I know done dated somebody that ain't been unalived and been set up. Like, I don't want it to be me, and I don't want it to be somebody I love. So it's just like always being on point is very important.
10 classmates of mine dead.
Man,
literally.
I stopped counting because since high school, it's happened so much. Like, they be trunking people. Like, and I feel like people think like, oh, that's because people be into stuff. You don't even have to be into nothing. Like, motherfuckers, everybody, not to be rude about Milwaukee, because I know how y'all like to tussle. But I know how y'all like to tussle.
They tussle over the mill, right?
This city is poverty stricken, but we got a good way of like being flashy. We got a good way of having pride about ourselves and acting like we got it all. But you don't know who's struggling. You don't know who's looking at you with fucking blood in their eyes because they think what you got should be theirs.
Exactly.
You don't know. Like, so you always just got to be careful of that stuff.
Especially when you look like you have $1 million and you don't. Like,
and everybody want to show out. And look, you know what I'm
nice,
saying?
You know, I mean, I'm wearing jewelry. You know what I mean? Like,
I see you blanging from here. Look, I see you.
But it's just, it's so serious to know, okay,
how people might
when I wear my jewelry, I'm wearing it here. You know, I shouldn't wear it there because, you know, it's going to be a problem. Exactly. Not saying that you're scary. It's just being smart. Man.
It's not exactly. You know? Like, even like, or even if you're going to do that, just always know, like, even if in your head, like, I ain't got shit for him to take, just know it's people that's going to look at you and say, oh, yeah, this motherfucker got it.
Yeah, he eating. He
and that's just how.
He fat too? Okay, he
you
good.
irritated.
He's eating good. We got to get him.
For real, though, it's just very, like I said, like I'm well aware that I'm small. I'm well aware that I look ditzy. I'm well aware that I'm like by myself a lot of
Yeah.
times. So it's like if like look at yourself from other people's point of view. Easy. Like
Facts.
that's easier to say. Like you look like you got something. If you like, even for it's a woman though, like if they don't want to rob you, goddamn it, you got something they want.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I'll tell you quick. If somebody's staring at me longer than 10 seconds, I'll usually tell dudes like, "Hey, I'm not who you think I am, bro."
No, for
like,
real.
like for instance, whoever
ain't
dude
that.
is, he look like me.
Right. Because
And they'll be like, "Big homie, yeah, you right." I'm like, "Yeah, my name ain't Larry, bro."
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
shit. See,
I'm not Larry.
That's scary too because people do be you look like such and motherfuckers do be on bullshit off you looking like
Mistaken
somebody.
identity,
Especially when you in like certain environments. So it's like you just gotta definitely like to be aware is to be alive. And that's even like checking mirrors. Like something as simple as checking mirrors. Like you before you get out, check your mirrors.
I literally
Who
look like
behind
I'm driving down the street annoyed every day.
No,
You
for
know
real.
what I mean? I'm always on it.
You have to. Like
Always.
even like in certain places, like always having like an exit plan. Always like just running that through your mind when like it's not being paranoid and it's not living in fear, but it's living smart. Like I'm not saying like go throughout your life always, oh, something's gonna happen to me. Well, just in case I'm ready. Just in case I know what to do. Just in case like I have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't to say like, oh, something gonna happen to everybody or to jinx anybody or nothing like that. But
it's just
you would be a dumb motherfucker to be just
if you feel like preparing for the worst is being living in fear, then you don't value your life.
Not at all. Not
straight up. Like you ready to be lunch meat.
Right.
You somebody's food.
And
like,
that and
real.
it's like especially like we like who lives in like rural areas? You know what I'm saying? Like you're not living like miles away from everybody where the like only thing that's gonna get you is the fucking coyote. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not living somewhere.
We live next door to the killers,
everybody,
the murderers, all that.
And even if you don't, like I said, like when I was talking about the apartments, like people think like, oh, I'm moving to Mecklenburg, I'm moving to Oak Creek, I'm moving to wherever. It's ducked off, and it's not.
It's not.
Like it's not. Everything like in Milwaukee, those surrounding areas is everywhere where people think it's ducked off. So everybody thinks that is ducked off, and somebody's gonna see. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know.
Like I said, I know where a lot of people stay, and I shouldn't. Like literally, I'll be driving and be like, "Oh, what, bro, stay right there."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, for real. That's how it be.
Wow. You know what I mean? Like,
and then it be people where it's like, nigga, don't everybody hate you? Like, god damn, like
you always insult.
Always. Man, straight up, like
Capital Drive, like dude.
It be surprising me the amount of shit people like. I'm not even in the mix like that, and the amount of shit people be into, the amount of shit I be hearing people into, and the amount of shiesty shit I didn't heard motherfuckers doing, like, and you moving like that,
out and about, kids, baby mama,
and touch on the fucking kids, bro, like motherfuckers that be doing too much that post first of all, like I said, like. I be knowing what people got going on without wanting to know. I ain't want to talk about y'all situations, but I do a lot. I know a lot of people. So shit come past my ears often. Sure. So I be knowing who want to rob who done trunks who, where motherfuckers, like all the mess that I shouldn't know, but I do know. And
because the streets talk. You play a dude out some money. Everybody know that.
Everybody know.
Don't go to the club where he be at.
Man, like it's just avoiding certain situations. And going back to the kids, like, them like if you into anything, like I don't even like listen, even if you're not in anything, like posting your kids in certain situations is not good. Like when you posting them wearing a school uniform. Same thing with the fucking apartments.
Right.
Come on, man. This Milwaukee. We know exactly what school your kid goes to. Now we know what your kid looks like. I didn't see so many kids that I always see on Facebook like, oh, that's who kid is this? This baby ain't got no Facebook. I know this baby. Like, so like if you think about it, if somebody hates you and they see your kid all the time, now they know what your kid look like.
Yeah, they know what school they go to. They planning to kidnap or something. You gave
anything.
You gave them all the tools.
Easily. Even like just posting your kids and stuff. Like people are fucking weird and you never know like what people be on. And that's outside of like robbery and kidnapping and rape and stuff. You don't know what people be on with people kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just best not to post your kids, like period. And then if you do, like never post their location. Never. Everybody want to share those wonderful fucking moments, and that's beautiful. But that's just not safe all the time. Like
it's not. You know, you gotta. We live in a city where everybody's like at each other's throats at some point.
Exactly.
But everybody trusts everybody.
It's weird. It's so weird. Like,
well, he wouldn't do that. Shit. Like, really?
I think the fuck not. Like, yeah, okay, just in case. I'm not
Right.
gonna post my kids' school. I'm not gonna post my kids' classroom. I'm not gonna post them with teacher Sally Mae. Cause
Yeah.
no, like it's just being safe. It's just being responsible. It's just covering your child. And like I said, you never know what people thinking, and you don't have security around your child 24/7. Even if
Not
you
at all.
don't have your child 24/7, they could be with grandma or whoever the
Mm-hmm.
fucking shit. They done robbed your grandma and stole your kid now.
Yep.
Like it's just it sound outlandish, but it's really like just always be careful of that stuff. Like I didn't like even when school was starting
Yeah.
back and somebody made a status like y'all all got that red uniform or something. And somebody was like, that's because they go to such and such school. And it's like,
Right.
well, there we
Yeah.
have it.
There
Like
you
that the
go.
points I was making
There you
long
go.
ago. Like it's just like y'all gotta be careful of that stuff. Like I don't know. I ain't want to tell people what to do with their lives,
Thanks.
but
I'm very
maybe it's me.
overprotective of my children.
Yes, like,
Like
but you have to be because you
certain,
never know,
they can't even watch, internet
man.
at a certain point in
Nah,
time
for
without
real.
watching
Like
because
certain
it's
shit,
serious. You know what I
nah.
mean? Like I'm very overprotective, and
Because even with the online shit, like if you're not always checking like what they watching, checking who's in their DMs, talking to them about like never send stuff to strangers,
mhm.
don't DM nobody to
No
fuck back.
Facebook, no Instagram,
No,
none
none of
of that.
that. And at certain ages, like it's not even. Why do your 2-year-old have an Instagram? Why is your
Why?
2-year-old even subjected to that? Like even on like YouTube and stuff, like you could watch that shit on a big screen. So when I
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
past, I
So
know
I
what's
could,
going
I
on.
know what's going on. If you can't do
Yeah.
that, then we ain't doing it.
And even with TikTok though, like a
Yeah.
lot of kids are on there and
My
like
kids can't
crazy.
watch TikTok.
But you
Sorry.
know what? One thing about TikTok is they good with their algorithm. So
Mhm.
like if you watching something a lot, that's what you're gonna get. So if I'm always looking at food videos, every time I scroll, it's gonna
You
be
gonna get
food
fooled,
shit.
right?
So if your kid something randomly popped up on TikTok that shouldn't be on their TikTok, what's your kid watching? That's that because they algorithm
That's
is like
facts.
that. Like
Yeah, that's facts.
if you look at like I don't know if you watch like the documentary about like social media and stuff, but like social media, like their whole game is to keep you plugged in, to
For
keep
sure.
you like on their. They want you on their website, so they want to make sure they're giving you what you want.
For sure.
So they have a way of paying attention to what you stare at longer. They have
Yeah.
a way of like what you clicking, what you
Mhm.
watching, what you looking up, what you googling, what pictures you taking, where you are and stuff. That's why they keep all that information.
I'm like, damn, these
So
Cosmic Zero Nikes look nice, and I was like, do you want to buy them? Like,
exactly. So if your kid is like constantly getting these odd pop-ups, chances are you need to be watching kid a little closer.
Yeah. No closed doors in the house
Man, no. Like
if
for
you ain't
what?
grown.
For what? And then look, it circles back to like even if you're an adult with stuff going on, or if you like into stuff and not even into stuff, if you have a bigger following, stuff like that,
Right.
your kid wouldn't know not to post this picture
Yeah.
in front of the house. Your kid wouldn't know to not like upload certain stuff like
Exactly.
location and stuff like that. So it's just important to watch what
People
your
really
kids
forget
doing.
about that address that's hanging off
Man.
your house.
For real.
Everybody get in the picture.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Even like when I worked at the hospital, look, y'all gonna hear me on my podcast talk a lot about this hospital job because that shit opened my eyes to a lot of stuff.
Bro.
People are fucking weird.
Mhm.
And these was people that like they wasn't drug dealers, they wasn't doing illegal
They
stuff.
just
They wasn't from the
weirdos.
hood, just fucking weirdos. So I'm not just attacking hood motherfuckers.
Yeah,
These motherfuckers were
it's
weird.
regular weirdos out here.
Regular degler, working in the hospital, taking care of Nana, weirdos. Okay. To where like this dude was like, he thought nothing wrong because he openly was telling me like, yeah, if I think a girl's attractive, I will go through her complete Facebook, like scroll back. Shit got weird, and I was like, that's damn near. He might as well been. Listen, it was a lot of Joes at St. Francis Hospital. Shout out to y'all horrible hospital. Anywho, yeah, he was like, and then I'll find like people she's tagged in the post, like her mom, because I want to see what she's gonna look like when she gets older. I want to see what's going on with their family. I want to see like, you know what I'm saying, like.
Start hearing the music.
No, for real. And like it was just totally normal. So it's like, what do you do that you don't think is normal? Right. Like if you I'm like, that's weird. Mm-hmm. That's concerning. Like weird shit like that. Like you never know. That's why I don't tag my people. If we have the same last name, I'm not adding you. Like I might even block my mama. Like it's just that extra step because like I said, like regular everyday people are being weird. And they like that some people have time on their hands. Some people do shit like that. Like, and it's just concerning and it's like it just open your eyes to like it's life or death out here. Like, because if somebody want to do something, they're gonna try it. They're gonna do it.
And nobody's invincible.
Exactly.
Like if they want you, they can get you.
Exactly.
You're just supposed to be ready when they come.
Exactly. And with that being said, Thank you for coming. Thank
No
you so
problem.
much for stopping in and chatting with
Anytime.
me.
No,
Y'all,
anytime.
to
Anytime.
be aware is to be alive. So y'all be aware out here. Make sure y'all watching y'all surroundings and doing what y'all gotta do. Thank you again. Do you want to go ahead, shout out your Instagram, your Facebook, or anything like
Um,
that?
yeah, I'll
Any
shout out my Instagram. It's Cashola. Um, Plug Game Posse Records.
period.
You know, we doing our thing. Love y'all. Milltown bound always, every
Period.
day. You know how it go.
And I also want to add one more thing. The shirt that I was wearing today, that's from Devise. So shout out to him and make sure y'all go to him for all y'all printing needs. Hit him up. I'm pretty sure everybody in the city know who he is. He does all the printing in the city. So shout out to him. Maybe It's Me podcast. We are out.